Hey everyone, and welcome to YarnGasm. I'm your host, Kristen, also known as Voolenvine on Ravelry and Twitter. Everything that I mentioned in this week's episode can be found in my show on my blog in the show notes, voolenvine.com. That's VOOLENVINE. So, thanks for stopping by and watching my show, my podcast, videocast, what have you. Let's get on with it. It's September 29th. The sky looks very ominous and foreboding. Hopefully the rain will hold out because I have a wedding to go to today. Hence, this will be a very another quick episode. I apologize, but I wanted to get something out to you guys. So, yeah, let's get to it. Oh, yes, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Reward83 on I think she's Reward on Ravelry and Twitter because I believe, I'm so sorry if I'm getting this wrong, her first name is Rachel, so Reward. Anyway, she got married and I just want to say congratulations. I told her to give her a quick shout out, so yay, congratulations. So yeah, what else? Housekeeping notes. Those of you who are interested in watching the video podcast, you can now subscribe to it on iTunes because there's now a feed. Just search YarnGasm or Voolenvine, and two icons should pop up, and you want to subscribe to the one with the TV icon next to the subscription button. That's the video. So I believe it starts from episode 50 onward and upward. My cat is getting into mischief today. I don't know, but at least she's not sleeping this time, so... Bella, want to come and say hi? Come. No? You gonna hang out there? Okay, she's gonna hang out there. So yeah, that's it. What else? Oh, and those of you who just want to keep listening to the audio, you don't have to do a thing. So, yay! Awesome. What else? Oh, this week I attended Wool Uncovered, which was an event held in New York City's Bryant Park. Dennis actually sent me the link at work a couple weeks ago, and I got all excited. Apparently, it's part of Prince Charles' campaign for wool. And, he's trying to bring about wool awareness, why it's such a great natural resource, and better than synthetic fibers, obviously. And in this event, they brought sheep to graze and fertilize the center of Bryant Park's great lawn. So I could not resist. And this happened on Thursday, so I had to work, but given my what I do, I am a at-home editor for an online magazine which shall remain nameless because this is a non-political podcast, and I want to just leave all that stuff out of it. But anyway, roundabout way, I do lifestyle at home editing, so I cover stories like this. Anyway, I brought it up to my boss. I said, hey, would you mind if I go shoot a couple of photos and write a story on it? And she said, yes, go for it, because, 10 reasons not why you want to love wool. It's awesome. So yeah, I went and I took photos. It was great. I got to see the sheep, just an hour out of my day out of the office. Couldn't ask for anything better. So I went there, and they were handing out all these flyers, like 10 wonderful reasons to love wool. And there's like a whole list. I'll post a link. I won't read this whole thing to you, but I will post a link in the show notes to the campaign for wool. I believe it's .org. I don't know. Don't quote me on it, but I will post a link in the show notes. So yeah, they had the sheep there. They had all these vendors displaying all their goods like bedding, furniture, carpeting, clothing. It wasn't like massive or anything, but they had a good selection of stuff that you could actually feel, try, and like educate yourself about the wonders of wool, which I thought was brilliant. But the best part was I saw off to the side there were a couple of tables of people knitting. So I felt kind of awkward because I don't usually go out and photograph these things, but it's like I walked up to them and I'm like, I asked them, are you part of a knitting group or a shop? And turns out it was Nidhi City, and I saw the owner, I think her name is Pearl, sitting at the other side, knitting, and I saw her a couple weeks ago, if you remember. I went there with Maria and Kim. We met up for a knitting meetup at Nidhi City, and I went over to her and I'm like, hey, remember me? I don't know if she did. But, you know, we had a nice chat and everything, and I asked if I could take some photos, and of course they obliged. So I took photos of them and wrote my article, and it was awesome. So great day, and definitely for a good cause. So yeah, I got to keep this, and they were giving out free keychains. So I brought one back. Look at these, a little woolly sheep. How cool is that? Yay! So I brought one back for everyone in my office, and they thought it was adorable. So they know I knit, and I don't stop talking about it. So I got it out of my system for the day. So yeah, awesome day. What else? Let's get on to what's on my needle, shall we? Because I'm running out of time here. Even Star took a little hiatus this week. I don't think I worked on it at all. I just needed a little refresher. So I gave it a rest. But if you don't remember, if you didn't watch last week for whatever reason, I don't know. I put a lifeline in, and I'm making very slow progress on chart 3 because it's infinite. So yeah, if you want to scope it out again, this is what it looks like. So slow going. I think I have one more repeat of this part to do, and I can move on to the other design elements, which is great. I cannot wait. I think this part is just really getting to me at the moment, so I just needed a little break. The Henslow shawl. I put a little dent in that. Let's see. So as you can see, this is, again, Cakewalk Yarns, which is an independent hand dyer, which can be found on Etsy. She does brilliant stuff. I love all her speckled colorways, and this colorway is called Rhinebeck. It's the wrong side, but it's just a lovely speckled, muted dark grays and mauve and like bursts of yellow and teal. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if this thing is gonna, there we go. So just very lovely, and I finished the garter stitch portion of it. Now I'm on to the Roman stripe portion of it. So it's turning out very lovely, and I was a little worried about this colorway, kind of getting the Roman stripe getting a little lost in the colorway, but it's, so far, as you can see, it's not affecting it whatsoever. It's just turning out very lovely, and I cannot wait to wear it. And this, I don't know, did I mention it's called Rhinebeck, the colorway, which, by the way, is in a couple of weeks. Oh my gosh, I had no, I thought, for some reason I thought it was in November, but no, it's October 20th. Speaking of which, we are having a PodcastPalooza meetup at Rhinebeck. Saturday, October 20th, 1 p.m. Be there, say hello. It's going to be everybody. Maria, from the Subway Knits podcast, K-Star, from Kim from Craft Stash. It's going to be Stitch Mistress from the TV Knitting podcast, Karen from Round the Twist, and a whole bunch of other ones. I'm going to post a list of all the podcasters that are going to meet up. I think Abby from Knit Cafe is going to be there. Savvy. Whoa. Hello. Why is this doing this? Sorry. There we go. So yeah, I'm not giving myself enough headroom in this thing, but anyway, yes, I will post a list of all the podcasters that will be there at the Rhinebeck meetup. So yeah, can't wait for that. I've ordered buttons, so everyone will get a button who comes and says hello. So please do. What else? Pomme de Pin cardigan. I've been putting a dent in this. I've been watching a lot of Netflix because the pinecone lace thing is slightly getting to me. So I need some distraction, naturally. So yeah, I am almost done knitting the back. No, I'm sorry, the left. I finished the left front. Now I'm on to the right front. So it's just a lot of very quick back and forth pinecone stitch. And this, again, this is Bloom and Fiber Arts BFL Sport in the Deep Unrelenting colorway. So, as you can see, it's a lot of pine cone we got here. So my goal for this is to finish it for Rhinebeck so I can wear it there. That's my Rhinebeck sweater. So yeah, slow going. I think once I get past the right front, it'll be smooth sailing with the sleeves and everything. So that's that. And then, of course, I got distracted. I was just sitting here on the sofa, and it's like yarn from my Yarn Fortress calls out to me. And originally I was thinking about knitting, something. Oh, the cat has a new perch. She loves sitting on the computer table. I never use that anymore because she just sits there. Anyway, so yeah, this skein, which is, as I call the pigeon of all yarns, not so much because this is Berico Ultra Alpaca. Normally I call the pigeon of yarns Alpaca Cascade 220 because it's just so readily available at almost any yarn shop. But this is their Ultra Alpaca, and it's like a beige. It's been languishing in my stash for ages, and it was calling out to me. I'm like, I must be a cable-y, rectangular, knit, jarred flood something. So I hopped on to Ravelry, naturally, like I do, and I researched some jarred flood patterns, rectangular shawls that were all cable-y and such. And the Celeste shawl, which is a Shetland-inspired lace, very Nancy Bush, if that helps you visualize it, caught my attention. And then suddenly another yarn was calling out to me, like it does. I hear voices from yarn. I think I need help. I'm sorry. Bad. So it has a provisional cast on, and this is actually the Halcyon Victoria lace yarn that I purchased while I was in Maine. I think last summer. Yeah. Sorry, it's so dark. But yeah, it has this is very quick going. It's knitting up very quickly. Even it's lace, and it's on US size 6 needles. I'm talking a lot, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, as you can see, it's a provisional cast on, and I don't know. I feel like this is the first time I've ever done a provisional cast on correctly. And of course, I'm using neon yarn Edison bulb, so it's totally blowing out your computer screens right now. But there you go, crochet, and then you just pick up all the little bumps on the side, and then you knit from there. So knitting it very lovely, and this is going to have a lace attached lace edge about maybe that thick, so it's going to be really, really pretty. I don't know. I'm having fun with it. This yarn, I actually frogged my, I was knitting a Karais shawl a long time ago, and it just sat in my UFO bin for ages, and finally I just got busy with a ball winder yesterday and rewound it, frogged it, the whole thing. So now it's going to be something else. It's going to be the Celeste shawl. Yay! Awesome. So, let's see, what else? Yeah, so I have a whole nother skein to work with, so I'll just show you the label on it really quickly. I think I showed it to you, but yeah, it's the Halcyon Victorian 2-ply wool, and it's, it's actually sport weight, and you get 325 yards per skein, so 2 of these puppies to work with. Awesome. What else in my bag? There's another, I have, I could not resist casting on another vanilla sock, and it's in my bag. I used the 3 Irish Girls Marion colorway, which, if you will indulge me, I will get in a second. This is 3 Irish Girls in their Adorn Sockway, in their Adorn sock yarn, and it's very lovely, as you can see. It's the Marion colorway. Myron. I can't really pronounce it, but anyway, very lovely. Magenta and light teal with like hints of lavender in it. There we go. How awesome is that? And to my surprise, I had no idea that this was self-striping. How pretty is that? I'm so excited about it. Sorry, I'm not holding up my microphone. Anyway. So, yeah. And I'm using my signature ones, by the way. They're DPNs. I am actually not... I love knitting with these, but I'm psyched because they just came out with their US 1 circulars. I will be ordering those. I can't wait. But, yeah, so, sorry guys. I feel like so scatterbrained. I feel very scatterbrained right now because I've got to get ready in a bit, but, hey, forgive me. Anyway, so... just a plain sock yarn, plain vanilla sock. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to be doing a normal heel or afterthought heel because it's self-striping. I think I might do an afterthought heel so it doesn't really disrupt the striping going on. But anyway, I love when like little surprises like this happen. Like, yay, it's self-striping. Okay, wow. Because it is so overcast out, I feel like I'm ghosting in and out. So yeah, I gotta figure something out for the next episode when that happens. But yeah, that's about all I have going on right now. My fa socks, slow progress. I've kind of put a little cog in the wheel with that, but you know, it's slow going. It's coming along. Holding my attention every now and then. And that's all she wrote. I really don't have anything else going on. I think I have a lot of projects going on at the moment, so I'll try and stop myself there. That said, no review this week. I'm sorry. Next week, I know, I've just too much going on, so I promise next time I will have a review. Whoa. Okay, sorry. My camera does these weird jumpy things. Yeah, anyway. So that said, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you all have a great weekend. Happy knitting, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.